Yeah. Welcome back to the Klyph Notes podcast, part of the DJ Klyph Productions network of podcasts. Hey, yo, real quick, man. It's been an amazing year. As crazy as it's been, as hard as it's been, I have a lot to be grateful for, a lot to be thankful for, man. And I'm thankful to everybody who's been rocking with me this whole year, man. I got to give a couple of shout outs, man. So looking back at the stats, it's crazy, the reach that we've developed with the Klyph Notes podcast, man. Shout out to all my folk in India, the US, Bangladesh, Pakistan, the UK, Singapore, Germany, Nepal, Sri Lanka, France. Those are the top 10 places that have really been rocking with us with the Klyph Notes podcast. So I just want to give y'all a shout out, let you know that I see what you do. Thank you so much for rocking with me, man. Also, folk have been checking for the Patreon. If you want to support what we do, man, it's really easy. We got the Patreon set up. If you go to Patreon/DJ Klyph, DJ Klyph, you know what it is. I'm going to try to get y'all some extra special stuff, but it just goes a long way in helping us do what we've been doing, which is bring you great content, man. Shout out to my guy, Bruce, the latest, most recent contributor to the Patreon. So once again, man, patreon.com/DJ Klyph. And just everybody who's been showing love, man, on social media. Once again, I appreciate it. Yo, this episode, so dope. Had so much fun. In part because it's family, man. You know what I mean? Had an opportunity to build for the first time with DJ D-Dharp. Of course, the homie Brookfield Duece, who's just family. Mani Draper, a part of the Grand Nationxl collective, came together and created Eastshore Highway. And this episode, y'all in for a treat. Check it out. It's the Klyph Notes podcast.
Support for the Klyph Notes podcast comes from Acapella Apparel, an idea born from a love of hip-hop, funk, and soul music and its surrounding cultures. With fashion being a huge visual part of the cultures, they've created expressive images to pay homage, invoke nostalgia, and showcase the elements that make up the lifestyle and cultures of these genres. Acapella, apparel for the music lifestyle. For more information, check out acapella.com. That's AKEPELE.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show you're about to listen to may contain explicit content. So guess what? You need to put them babies to sleep. This is for grown folks only. So we're not held liable for anything you might be offended by. Thank you for listening.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome back to the Klyph Notes podcast. Available everywhere you get your podcasts. It's another dope one, man. This is kind of I don't know, man. This one's kind of special. You know what I'm saying? Have an opportunity to chat with these fellas. 3 cats, part of the collective. Just released new music. Just released new visuals. Like literally just released new visuals today. And it's dope to have a chance to chop it up with these cats, man. Here on the Klyph Notes podcast. I'm gonna just typically I have people introduce themselves, but I'm just gonna say I'm psyched and excited to have Eastshore Highway live on the Klyph Notes podcast. What's good, fellas?
What's going down?
What's up with it?
Yo, off top, man. Thank y'all so much for coming through, man. This is so dope for me, for real. In case people slipping, and if they listen to anything that I do, the radio show, whatever, then they would know. But in case people are slipping and they're not aware, like who is Eastshore Highway? I guess I will have y'all introduce yourself. Not everybody at once, now come on.
It's the DJ, man. The DJ already know how this go.
You want me to go first?
Run it down now.
You, man.
Yo, what's up, party people? What's up, party people in the place to be? I go by DJ D-Dharp on the ones and twos. Yeah, you know how I do. Yeah.
Word up, D-Sharp, man.
I am Mani Draper, 1/3 of Eastshore Highway.
And I am Brookfield Duece.
That's dope.
Oh man, no, it's good. We were family tonight, so it feels good, man. What up, man?
Man, look, bro. I'm like I said, bro. I'm just real good, man. It's funny to me because, like, every time I get a chance to listen to stuff that y'all do, it takes me back to a conversation that I had with Brookfield. This was, I remember how long it was. He was up here in the Portland area, listening to some stuff, and he put this tape in.
2 years ago, maybe.
Was it 2 years ago?
Maybe 2 years ago, year and a half ago.
Put the tape in. He's like, "Yo, let me let you some other stuff that I've been working on." And I always be on Brookfield because I'm like, "Yo, bro, I've heard stuff that you do before." He let me hear some of the stuff that y'all was working on, and I was blown away, man. I couldn't stop smiling because the music that y'all make, man, it's like it's refreshing. It's what we need, you know what I'm saying, as fans and curators of this thing that we love, this thing called hip hop. I'm speechless. I'm hosting the podcast. I don't even know what to say. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's the same thing we was talking about back then. It was just like the Tupac method. You know, I came in and I kind of integrated myself into Portland, but at the time the scene was fully commercial targeted music and trap sound. And it was like, if I'm going to make a level of impact on these people, I have to speak their language. Same thing Tupac did. You know, you got to speak their language. So I always knew I wanted to get to a point of talking about the stuff that I talk about now, but I knew no one would accept it if I just came out the gate doing that. So everybody in Portland got a high level of commercial and trap and turn up, you know, and as soon as I can get off of it, I got off of it, you know?
Yo, all right. So let's do it real proper though, because I actually, the part of the story I don't know is like how Eastshore Highway came together. So how did that connect happen? How did that, because it's part of the bigger collective, right? It's a part of Grand Nationxl. But like, how did y'all break out this particular crew to form Eastshore Highway?
I think Mani tells this story the best.
He does, actually.
To start, the funny part is they both start around the same time, and Eastshore Highway even slightly edging out Grand Nationxl as far as like establishing date. Like our first sessions together, the three of us, like predate the Grand Nationxl sessions for sure. But I think Duece and I had all like this from the very first session we got together. Duece was telling me this was gonna happen. Like he called it the very first time we ever recorded at the Ave, which is now the Reef, with DJ Flow, the Breathe joint, right? That's Fresh Air, the Fresh Air joint.
Oh, Fresh Air.
Yeah, that one that Flow put out, and it just did amazing. It was like, damn, we do really, the chemistry does jump off like the record or what have you. But we had been, you know, just hanging around Sharp Spot, rehearsing. I've been in a band with Klyph Notes for last 2.5, almost going on 3 years now, and he and Sharp share space, and we're starting to hang around there more. And it's like, yo, this DJ D Sharp, bro, like, and Sharp just playing hella cool. Like it was a strange kind of thing. Like think about it now, like how I was nerding out. Like, damn, I want to do a record with Sharp. He like, man, you think anybody will fool my beats? And I'm like, bro, this man tripping. Like, what? I want to be right now, but I ended up inviting him, Kev Choice, out to I Am Summer that year. And it just happened to be a good look for me. Sue put us on the outside festival stage, and it was like, all right, we're going to burn it down. And I was kind of like the last, for me, like one of the last real hip hop days in the Bay, because R.I.P. Bugs, he was there. It was so many, like, just factors in the building, and the look, and Sharp, Kev, everybody was kind of hanging out by my family. And Mo Green and all these other rappers, and Duece was there. It was like, yo, you know who got the beats? Because we was all nerding out over the Griselda sound. And Mo was like, Sharp got them joints. And Sharp was like, yo, y'all come to the lab. And that from that day started this group thread and just invited people to the studio. And Duece and I bonded over just being gym rats too. So just like, yo, anybody, especially at that time, if anybody was opening the studio for us, we wasn't missing those sessions, right. You know? So just fortunate, bro, and showed up and started cranking out records. And then looked up and was like, we got a tape. And Duece is a visionary in that regard. Like, bruh named the album and everything within the first like 3, maybe 4 sessions. It was like, had the concept, everything. And then that's how it happened so fast, because the music was just coming out so effortlessly. The vision was put together. And so we was able to like simultaneously, like in these parallel worlds, do the artwork, do the music, do the video. It was a real shout out Kariga Bailey from Soul Development. He's got this thing right now where he's like, yo, I've never been happier to be a role player. And that's how I feel right now, bro. Like, it's coming off the bench coach, whatever role I got to play right now to service Eastshore, Grand Nationxl, Mo Green, Kevin Allen, Jay Hancock, Kate Lamont, like, and whatever I got to do to sort of support them in whatever role that looks like right now, bro, it's the best time to ever do it, because you're surrounded by wolves for real, you know? So something like today, the video can have a larger impact and really do something, because you align with factors, you know? So the story's there if there is one, you know?
No doubt. Chopping up with Eastshore Highway. So D-Sharp, like, I've been introduced to you and your production and your sound really through this project. So I just wasn't up on the stuff that you had done, and just taken by your production. Just the samples that you pick, bro, for this project is so dope, because I mean, I get to sit back and relive joints that I'm like, oh, how did he flip that? So I had to pull it up right quick, because I'm still trying to memorize all of the songs. But the KBLX joint,
yes, sir,
bruh. So I'm listening to it, right? And so, like, so many things that are so dope about the project, but listening to it, Duece does his verse, and then when it breaks down, and I don't even know if I should say who you sampled, but when that vocal comes
it'll
in,
be obvious to anybody who hears it.
Yo, and then Mani Draper, oh my gosh, bro, so fresh. So at any rate, bro, like, this is like your style. Like, where does that come from? Because I know where it feels like it comes from for me, but like, where does that style of creating music come from for you?
Man, I'm just a for real all around hip hop head, man, who studied the greats, who studied Marley Marl, who studied Premier, who studied Jay Dilla, who studied everybody, studied Ant Banks, you know, studied Rick Rock, you know what I mean? So it's like, I've been studying the greats, bro. I actually did a podcast with my old group recently, Flipside. I went on tour with these guys, and we had a chance to work with, like, around 2005, 2006, when all the hot producers that were out, we worked with everyone because they was on a major label.
Yeah.
So we was working with everybody. We got a chance to get in the studio with Akon, and I picked up some gems from him, man, in terms of like production and like just being a producer, you know what I mean? And like making beats fast. Like, I would watch him and I was like, oh, that's the cheat code. You know what I mean? Like, he had the cheat code, and I had a back seat to the cheat code, and I picked it up, and I applied my stuff to it. You know what I mean? What I do, you know, my drums and my stuff. And yeah, man, the joint you're talking about, though, that was actually probably one of the first joints we recorded.
Okay.
That was actually the first joint I sent everybody in the group chat too. And I think Mani was out of town, but Duece pulled up.
I was in Portland.
You was in Portland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, you were up there. And Duece pulled up.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, because y'all not don't be saying it like I just was gone, fam. Like, no, I'm messing with you.
No, but Duece pulled up right away and like got in the booth and well, we ain't got a booth, but got to the mic and like, what was that? Like, did like 24, 32, like 60. I mean, he did like 40 bars. You know what I mean? And I remember playing it for Mani, and Mani was like, nah! And then we just started working. And then and it was funny too, because it was almost one of the last Mani's part was probably one of the last parts that we recorded because I ended up flipping that different than I did the first part.
Yes, you did. Yes,
and I always had that in my mind, like, yo, that'll be sick. Because I didn't want to take Duece's verse off. You know what I mean? Right. Because it was pristine. You know what I mean? Like the world got to hear this. You know what I mean? And then, but I always wanted to hear Mani on it too. And then I was like, we got to flip it. And then I sent it to Mani. Mani, man, and he did his thing over it, and we just combined them and put it together, and that's what that was. But that was a fun track to do, man.
So dope. There's so many joints in here that I like for different reasons. So we're recording this on December 2nd, and y'all just dropped the visuals for Layup Line. And
sure.
when I got the album, because y'all sent me Popular Demand, so I've been playing that, and then the album dropped and I heard Layup Line and I was like, yo, that's the joint. The visuals for Layup Line are real cool. It's it really gives folk an opportunity to see the crew. But one of the things that I like about Layup Line is the way y'all put the song together. And to me, it's kind of a throwback, right? So always a fan of a huge Run DMC fan, and one of the things I always loved about, So one of the things I loved about them is the way that they rhyme, and Duece, you and Mani do that on this project, like the way that y'all spit. Like,
I'm gonna say this, man, and I might be biased out, whatever. Like, to me, these guys are like the modern day EPMD Outkast. Like, this is that. Like, this is this generation's, you know what I mean, Outkast, and like the dual rap. Like, these guys will go down as the greatest, one of the greatest, because I saw it too. I'll be honest, my first take was on Orphans with these two, and it was just like, yo, like, this is crazy, like, whoa, it just blew me away. And it's like Mani was saying earlier, like, I never thought that I would get a chance to work with these guys like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I never thought like I would get these caliber MCs on my beats. Like, it's really, on some realness, is really a blessing. There's no other way to break that down.
Word.
You get what I'm saying?
Word.
I've been waiting for these guys. Huh?
What'd you say?
Y'all gonna make my eyes sweat.
No, seriously. I've been making beats for a while, so it's like I've been waiting for these guys all my life, and they came, and they
that's crazy, man.
Like, for real, that's facts. That's
crazy.
I think I said it on one of the other podcasts that we done. Like, I mean, real talk. Like, I got projects with rappers, like, on the hard drive, that would never see the light of day. That was another thing about this project, I got to be honest, that I was kind of afraid of, because I was like, I got this graveyard on my hard drive full of all these MCs and all these projects, and I was like, Sharp, don't do this again. Don't let this not come out. Like, this got to come out. This got to see the light of day. And I think when I look back at it, no disrespect to those MCs and those people that I was working with, but these guys hold a different kind of, they're just a different caliber. You know what I mean? They're men in their own right, and they both have careers in their own right. They're MCs in their own right. They both have put out music on their own and done this all separately. You get what I'm saying? And both have been successful in different ways. You know what I mean? So, and they're hungry. So it was easy. You get what I'm saying?
No doubt. Chopping it up with so I should ask that, like, the crew title, Eastshore Highway. So, like, where's that come from?
Duece.
The title is basically like the bridge between Oakland and Richmond. Mani's from Richmond, me and Sharp are from Oakland, and the highway is it's called Eastshore Highway. Just to kind of put it into context for you, if you stay in Sandy, and I stay in Northeast. We would call the album 84.
Got you. Okay. So it's just to connect.
Exactly. So 84 would be how you get to Sandy or the Northeast from one side or the other, unless you took Northeast Columbia all the way down.
Right.
You know, or you just called it the numbers. So it'd be like, I took the numbers all the way down to Northeast, or I took the numbers all the way down to Gresham.
Right.
You know, the album will be called The Numbers.
Gotcha.
Or the group title will be called The Numbers, but it's self-titled. So it's like the group's called The Numbers.
But Klyph,
yeah,
you gotta understand, he walked in there with that entire concept. Like I swear it was like the second or third session.
Right.
Like, yo, I got it. This is what we're gonna call it. And me and Sharp was like, bet.
Okay, yeah. Sure, that's dope. Yeah,
Right.
It's dope. Like, because what you supposed to say? Like, nah. It was just a brilliant idea. And it was like, bro, how did you just come up with that? Like,
Right.
It was so dope that it was like, it was one of them things where it was like Eastshore Highway. It was like, damn, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like and then it wasn't even a second thought. Like I was like,
at all. Never. It was never a second thought. It just ran with it.
It was hard. Like I was like, this is hard.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But even like the group name alone has gotten us interviews.
That's facts.
We got an interview on the news because we were titled The Name of a Highway.
That's not. So I seen you posted that. So that, but I didn't realize the backstory to that. Like I seen you posted
the guy who does the traffic for the local news in the Bay. He talks about that highway every morning.
Every morning.
Yeah, every morning he talks about that highway, and it's like it's literally the bridge between Oakland and Richmond. If you're in Richmond and you're trying to get to San Francisco, you got to take this highway. If you're from Oakland and you're going to Richmond or you're going to Vallejo, or you got to take this, the only way. There's no other, like, you can't go around it. It's like, this is the way to get there. So it's like, it's the connection. So when you hear it, it's like, that's Bay Area. You know, when you see it, it's like, that's Bay Area. And then the people that are involved is like, all right, none of them are from Emeryville, Berkeley, which is where the highway sits. But because it's titled Eastshore Highway, it's like shouting Emeryville and Berkeley out too.
Right.
But then Oakland and Richmond are the bookends of the highway. So it's like, it's just super East Bay. Like the title is like super East Bay. You know exactly where we're from.
Yeah.
You know exactly what we talk about and our upbringing without even listening to a record. You already know, you know, so.
It's funny, bro, because it feels like there's so much like the connect. It comes across so real when you listen to the album. Like it sounds so organic. And then to hear y'all tell these type stories, it's sort of that same thing. Like the connection is real.
It's all super connected. Like me and Sharp are like cousins. And then me and Mani
found that out from making the album though. Like I had to make a record to figure that out.
You know? Oh, like on some real.
Yeah.
like dead ass. My uncle hit me. He was like, you know that's my nephew, right? I was like, and then my aunt, she hit me on Facebook. She's like, you know that's my nephew, right? I'm like, okay, yeah. Like
wow. That's nuts.
And and then just like me and Mani been attached even before we knew we were, like from orphans. But then before that, like in 2016, 15, I did a Brookfield picnic and he was doing the sound booth and handed me the mic when I went on stage to perform, like years before I even knew it was him. And it was like, we just been super connected this whole time.
Hey, another Mani part to that story though, that I just remembered today because of the video. It was the first time I ever got to meet Sway in person too.
Oh,
but he was, and he only came over there by the sound booth because it was like low key the safest place to be out the way. So him, HB Harrison Barnes, like everybody is slant under the sound mixing tent. And I gave Sway my first ever mixtape that day. So today was Mani. Like the last few days have been crazy for real.
That is crazy. That's crazy. And then I saw that's one of the first people that I saw post when the video dropped today. I saw a post.
Sway leaked that shit.
Did he really?
He basically leaked it.
He leaked it.
We sent it to him early and he posted it.
That's too funny.
He posted it like, Barry, stand up. I was like,
you can't make this up, bro.
What is
make this up.
Yo, so if just in case people haven't checked out the video yet, obviously it's everywhere. They can check it out on YouTube. Like, is there someplace?
GrandNationxl.com.
And where is it at?
GrandNationxl.com.
Okay. That's actually the best place. If you go to GrandNationxl.com and watch it, it's like the quality is better. It's like HD 12. You know what I'm saying? It's surround sound. Like you get extra, you get all kind of extras. So go to GrandNationxl.com to watch it.
Yeah, it's G14 classified.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But where'd y'all shoot that at?
And I tell you, technically American Canyon. Shout out to Noble, producer, director, photographer, dear friend and member of the squad. Noble, amazing creative, man. Like that's his vision. He directed, edited, and filmed that joint, bro. Like American Canyon, right on the outskirts of Vallejo. So anybody that's familiar with the area know that part. And it's historical too for all the artwork and stuff that exists there. Graffiti artists have been going there for years. It's been abandoned for the last like 15, 20 years, maybe plus, if not longer.
Maybe longer.
Longer than that. Yeah, 20, 30, really.
I think longer than that.
Damn. Yeah. Close.
I talked to Noble today about it because I thought that his pops worked there, and he said nah, but that place has been shut down. He said when he was a kid, it was shut down.
Wow!
That place has been shut down for like 70, 80 years. It's been shut down.
Oh wow!
Just,
okay.
Like the weather and everything, it's just been beat up over the years, and it's just ruins. And so it's been there.
Literally the ruins, bro.
As a kid, his dad used to take him there just to kind of pass him by to go visit and just see all the artwork that was there. And I'm assuming, I haven't got the actual factual from him, but I'm assuming his style of filming shapes and angles, I'm assuming coming from seeing all of those buildings
like that
in places like that as a kid. So I think shooting that in that location was very full circle for him. But it was very hip hop and full circle for us because we ended up meeting a guy from Drums and Ammo. Shout out Drums and Ammo. He actually knows the owner of the building the land that we snuck in to shoot it. So he was like, "You guys should do a video here." And I was like, asking him where the location was, and he was telling me about the location in the city. And I was like, "I think we shot there 2 weeks ago." I showed him the video. This is outside of the
performance of the night.
Grand Marinade joint, yeah. So he's like, let me see. So I showed him. He's like, yeah, that's the location. He was like, I know the guy who owns this, and we be holding private dinners and events there. And
Sharp, this is how crazy this is, bro.
And he was like, no one's shot a rap video in here, and I've been trying to find somebody that was dope enough to do it. And I was like, you guys got to shoot a video in there for Eastshore. I was like, we already did it. And he was like, man, this is crazy. And I didn't know at the time, but I thought Noble told me his pops used to work there. So he was like, I gotta meet Noble's pops. So he called me today about doing an interview with Noble and Noble's pops, just about their history with the location because his homie owns it. The owner wants to meet them just because he's seen the video. You know what I mean? So it's like every time we look up, it's like
just another connect,
bro.
It's just another connect. It's so crazy. So you mentioned it just a minute ago, man. Y'all just did it. Y'all did a live performance. Was it last weekend?
Yeah, last weekend.
Yeah. Where'd y'all do that at?
It was at a place called Complex in San Francisco.
Okay.
Was it Brand Marinade? MarinadeLive.com. If anybody wants to go check it out, it's MarinadeLive.com. It's a quick little sign up. Put your email in, and you can watch the videos free. It's a 51-minute set. 4 members of Grand Nationxl. Ian Kelly. Shout out to Ian Kelly. He's also with Jamla.
Yeah, sure. Knife Wonder now.
Black Achilles, Champ Green, and D Bledsoe. They all have projects coming out soon. GrandNationxl.com. Keep up with it.
That's what's up, yo. So being able to do events like that, like it's one of the conversations that obviously we have a lot with not being able to touch audiences and then releasing material, especially a project like Eastshore Highway. It's such a good I mean, listening to the album, you can visualize like a live performance, but you guys obviously don't get to be in front of a live audience like that, or touch your fans, reach out to people, but you found ways to do it by doing live streaming shows, this, that, and the third. Is that like recognizing that's kind of the move now? That's the direction that we have to go in, and continuing to navigate how to keep doing live streaming events. Like what's the move for you folk?
What's funny, Klyph, is like I was telling, we got a couple sound stages in the Bay, but in Oakland specifically, that weren't doing IP, like weren't shooting shows for their own buildings and such. And I'm like, damn, like this is the wave. The West Coast, we don't have anything. Like if you go on the East Coast, you can do NPR. You can go sit down at the Breakfast Club. You can hit that whole sort of press op. If you're in Canada, you can do stuff. If you're in Australia, you can do like a version. You're in the UK, you can do colors. Like there's all these different performance opportunities everywhere, but here in this stretch. So we had been already talking about it, and luckily enough, had shot enough pilots for performances prior to any of this stuff happening. So once it shut down, we were ready. So come Portland hip hop, come Portland Music Week, like we were ready. You know, it wasn't that hard to plug in and go. With the lot over at the Oakland Tribune, we're able to do their show. And then this last one, it's like it's been producing so much content. Shout out to Anissa Strings and her whole crew for the Gumbo Festival, went down there to LA to do that. So that is the wave, like figuring out how to share that experience. And then just staying sharp too, like because the music deserves that, right? Yeah. Like the experience deserves that. And we're not deterred, and because it's gonna live so long, it's like as soon as they open this bitch back up, guess where we gonna be? You know, it's already sort of writing itself like that. Like people are calling left and right, like, yo, you know, once it's go time, it's go time. And that's the beauty about making timeless music and not being trapped. Oh man, we can't drop right now. We can't. No, we could drop right now and it's gonna weather, and people still gonna want it by the time it's open again.
Yeah, no doubt. Talking to Eastshore Highway. So the album is out. It's obviously creating buzz. The visuals that you guys have released thus far are all on point. But I think we expect that now from, you know, the things that we see from even the larger collective. Like if you're gonna do it, like Duece and I have had this conversation, and Duece is like, bruh, ain't nobody got no excuse. Like we showing you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you guys have obviously done. Sonically, everything is super, super on point. What y'all doing for y'all gonna do merch? Y'all gonna do vinyl specifically for Eastshore Highway, the Eastshore Highway project?
Yeah, man, we got something special on the way. Hella hype about it too. Like just people know how we get down now as far as like deliverables and just being like hands-on and again, just creating experiences and worlds. So TOS, y'all got the experience with TOS, stuff coming for Heroes and Richmond and DB and his whole project. But Eastshore, man, we got something special coming for Eastshore. So
okay, when we stop recording, man, I'm trying to get the exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what's coming. Hey yo, so now the project is out, but like D-Sharp, you said you done recorded with a bunch of cats anyway, but do you have like even more people hitting you up now for beats after hearing this project?
So hey, yo, real talk. No, facts. Like the DM is going hamburger. Like and it's cats, and it's really dope. And I don't know if it's me or it's them, right? But it's like
before he finished, it's him.
Hey, I'm gonna let you finish, but
now what I was gonna say is like I don't know if it's me or it's them, like in terms of like, you know, because I've hit the cats that are hitting me now. I've been hitting. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I was just having a conversation with one of my homies about this, and it's like, I'm really like people are really hitting me up, and it feels good, man. Like, people really are talking about, you know, the project in terms of the production and the lyrics and the album cover, everything, all the aesthetics, the videos, the visuals. Like people are really like checking it out. You know what I mean? And yeah, so it's like, yeah, man, I'm excited for the future, to be honest. Like, I I've been, and you know, I think these guys woke up a sleeping giant, man. Like, I'm just in full mode. Like, I'm gonna go to the studio after this. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm working, man. Like, like I said last night. Well, we was talking about it before, but I had a session with DB, Ian, Champ Green, and Kev Allen, and we made some shit. Like, I don't know if we can cuss, my bad.
Yeah, nah, we good.
Yeah, but it was dope, man. And yeah, man, it's a lot of people hitting me up, man, and it's really dope.
That's what's well deserved, though, bro. You know,
well deserved, well deserved, bro.
Because like I said, bro, like I'm just now getting hip to what you do, and it speaks to my ear. You know what I mean? So
that's dope.
And it's funny, like talking about these cats are like outcasts and this, that, and the third. When I had an opportunity to do the Grand Nationxl episode of Klyph Notes, like actually when I first really started hearing it and got to hear more of it, that was my take. Like this is the modern organized noise. Like that's what it feels like to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where you have this grand collective, and then out of that collective, what you got Outkast, and you got Goody Mob, and you got, you know, Cool Breeze, and you got all of these artists that came. That's what this feels like. Again, just very organic.
And Future.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Slim Color Calhoun.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. It's like and we can talk like years later. We still refer back to the timeless music that was created, and that's what this really truly feels like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that being said, you know, Eastshore Highway is a part of the bigger Grand Nationxl family. But then each of you three have solo careers or other projects. Like, what are some of the other things that people need to be checking for? Like, we spoke about Orphans, and actually, let me say this, man. I was talking to the homie, and he was like, "Yo, that's I've done project with him." I was talking to King Theo, and he was telling me that y'all was yeah.
Shout out my brother King. Also, yeah, we could talk all day about King. King, I love you, bro. That's like my big bro. He put me on, and you know, as far as recording, like the guy's seen it too, like producing and recording myself. Like one of the first people I ever seen do that was King. Like hella self-sufficient, wasn't waiting on nobody. He was getting all kind of different iMacs, and just his whole house was rigged to just record, bro. Like that's my brother, man. Shout out King. That's crazy.
No doubt, man. So yeah, man, I've been building it with him now over the last couple of years, and just a solid dude, man. Just like just good people. But at any rate, so like other projects that people need to be checking for when it comes to what you guys are doing.
We got 6 out in the 4-month period.
That's crazy,
right?
It's so crazy.
That's insane.
We got Twice on Sunday season 1, Twice on Sunday BTS, Twice on Sunday live from Airship, which is also the Portland Hip Hop Week show.
Once again, let me just say how much, like, y'all, bruh, just so grateful. Anyway, go ahead.
We got Jane Hancock for real. We got Eastshore Highway, and number 6 is Kevin Allen. Heroes Eventually Die. Yeah. We have taken November off. And now we are done with November, so now it's time to start shooting again. Mo Green
just drop right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I need to go and get ready. Let me get ready to cop that. Where's my phone? You know what I mean?
Mo Green just dropped. Cop from Bandcamp.
Okay.
It's on Bandcamp. Just go to mogreen.com. December 11th, we got DB Project Enrichment.
Yeah.
Soon after, date is to be determined at the moment. Is Champ Green, Agape Elephant in the Room.
Yes, sir.
And we are literally having a text message battle with Jane about her next project.
She's ready. She's ready too. Black Achilles, Ian Kelly. Is like the squad is just clipped up, man. Salute to Soundtrack. He's got a special announcement coming very soon. Klyph, I know specifically it's gonna make you happy, but it's a lot of like people that's been waiting on certain connections to happen.
Yeah.
Soundtrack is out of here, man. Like I'm so.
Yo,
I'm so
his little serious though, like the little the chops he been doing. I'm like, God, bro. Like it just make you want to go to the lab. Like you can see this shit. You like I'm all right. I gotta go.
Right, I gotta go to work.
Track has also been doing a lot. He's been doing a lot of beat battles with Theory Has It.
Yeah,
like the Theory Has It up there in Portland.
The homie,
you know, outside of that, we are continuing to, you know, whenever me, Kev, Mani, you know, when we get time to be rappers, we try to get some stuff on paper. But Mani Solo,
who's rapping now?
Mani Solo is pretty much done. We're gonna start on Kev's pretty soon. Mine's is maybe 75% done.
Klyph, don't let him gas you. That man done. He got big. He think he big. He think he doing a double album.
He needs to.
Outside of that, we've already started, you know, kind of brainstorming for Eastshore 2.
Word.
You know, aside from that, just, you know, all type of outside stuff. I mean, I just got on NBA 2K21's playlist soundtrack for the video game, the basketball game. I just got on 2K Battlegrounds, the wrestling game, with a different song. Grand Nationxl and myself are doing Facebook and 4 Bar Friday Instagram TV show every Friday. We're just trying to stay busy, you know.
Trying to stay busy, bro. Like you just ran off like 27 different projects. So
we're not done. That's what it is. I mean, in our head, we still got work to do. We still got other artists to focus on and care about. It's still work to do, you know. Like we talk about it when you think about other artists that get to a level and you be like, how in the hell did he get on out of nowhere? And it's like, this is the moment where the out of nowhere happens. It's like the people who rock with us are rocking with us, but there's a large demographic of people that are right next door to us that have no clue about Grand Nationxl, and we just haven't reached them right at the moment. But when we do get to the point of reaching them, it'll be to the point where it's too late for them to have watched the growth. It'll already be a beanstalk, you know? So they'll be like, I never heard of these cats. How'd they just turn up into all this stuff? You know what I mean? They'll go back and see that we have music released and stuff, but it'll still feel overnight to them. It's just because it didn't hit their table or their radar. Yeah. But it's like, we're definitely working every day. And, you know, we've been in proof of concept mode, and we're a year and some couple of days, a year and a week or so in, and we just know we got more work to do. So I might have ran off 27 projects, but it's still work. It's still like, we don't believe that we've proved anything yet. So it's more to come.
But that's, to me, that's one of the things that's so dope about it, because looking at it from the outside, it even though you guys did a whole lot, the thing that I take from it is I look at the work that each one of you guys did individually and what everybody is bringing to the collective, and I feel like that's one of the things that makes it. It's like iron sharpens iron. Like everybody went out there, learned how to hone their craft individually, learn the ups and the downs individually. So everybody's bringing all the you know, the fruits of their labor back to the collective, and
we learn how to fail.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine so. You know what I'm saying? Conversations I've had with people who feel like I've done all this work and I haven't seen the fruits of my labor, but now you guys are seeing the fruits of your labor as a collective, which I think is so dope.
Yeah, Klyph, the funniest part about all that though is that ascension happened with doing way less and trusting way more, bro. Like I just want people to think about that when you're trying to push your line, you're trying to get on, and nothing's working. You getting all these no's, doors slammed in your face. Taking a step back and going to be a part of something and really like show up for other people, not for you, but for your like these guys got other shit going on. So if Sharp say he can be at the lab from 10 to whatever, show up, be on time, do your shit, and then I might be able to see you later this week or what have you, but I got other stuff going on. So it's just something as simple as respecting other people's time and showing up and giving your best has turned into, damn, you on Sway, you on this, you on that. And it's just from showing up, bro. Showing up and doing like, I only had to do a few verses. Like, I would have still been trying to finish Eastshore if I had to do it by myself, but I didn't have to do 3 verses every song and the hook and but you just had to take a step back and trust the process.
No doubt.
So
no doubt.
That's my life story right now. is being of service, like Grand Nationxl, Eastshore. That's my side job. My primary is to work for Damien in Front Page. So it's like my job is to work for others.
Yeah, no doubt. Chopping up Eastshore Highway. Speaking of, you didn't have to do the hook, man. I was listening to the album today, driving home from work, and was listening to Popular Demand. And you listen to a song, and every time you listen to it, you hear something else. So just something is, you got this aha moment. And I realized, like, essentially, D-Sharp, you did the hook on Popular Demand. Just like the cuts are, come on, bruh.
Yeah, that's how. That was always what it was supposed to be. Yeah. I think they got into. They just said the line, and then I was always supposed to cut it up. That's what it was. That was the idea.
Yeah.
And we executed it. I to be honest, I didn't know how it was gonna sound, and then when I got their vocals and started chopping and cutting it, I was like, "Ooh, this is hard."
Yeah, it's so dope. There are. I think you guys did such a dope job of creating the project, getting an opportunity to hear the collective of Eastshore Highway, but then like there's joints, like there's tracks where you're featured Duece, there's tracks where you're featured Mani. There's like we just talked about, like you guys did such a good job of featuring everybody's individual talent, but then showing how that all fits together for the greater good of this project. So I just can't say enough about how dope I think it is. I think everybody needs to check for it. And then
thank you, brother.
Let's just continue to share it and celebrate good people who are making good music. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
A couple more things before I let y'all go, man. I just got to say publicly, because I don't think I've had a real opportunity to say it outside of the radio show, how thrilled I am to have Grand Nationxl Radio as a part of Saturday Night Live on X-Ray FM, man. Thank y'all so much for being a part of it, man. It's so dope to, to just like be the lead blocker and just set things up for y'all to come through and do what y'all do, man. It's so dope, man. Thank y'all for doing that.
Thank you, Klyph. That's an honor, bro. Thank you.
Look, and then I would be remiss if I didn't remind people to check out Meet the Brave podcast. That's available everywhere you listen to your podcasts.
My God,
come on, bro. And then other than that, like D-Sharp, what other things do people need to be checking for you on individually?
I got a project. Well, not even a project. I got a single I did with this kid named Mason that's about to drop probably the top of the year.
Crazy.
We got the video and everything shot. The song is ready to go. So that's coming probably second, third week of January. I'm trying to figure that out, iron that out. And then what I'm just going to do is just be dropping singles, you know what I mean, for people to hear my stuff. And then I'm doing like a kind of like a beat tape right now. And it's special to me right now.
Oh, word.
Like I'm a fan of it myself. Like it's just, I'm just kind of like hoarding it, but it's coming together, man. And it's sounding good. And so I don't know when it's going to drop. I just know it's getting close to getting done. And I'm just excited, man. I got a record with this kid, Duece. We're in the lab doing work. I don't know where that's going, but every time we get together and we make a record, it's special. And it's on some different stuff. And it was crazy with everything I'm doing, man. It's like everybody I work with, it's like, it's all different. It's different stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? Like nothing sounds like the other thing. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like I'm excited, man. I mean, I'm excited. I'm just working. Like, I don't know where stuff, like I got a record, me and Ian did a record and it was crazy. And I was like, I don't even know where this is gonna go. If it's gonna go with him, it's gonna go with me, Grand Nationxl. Like we just working. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's
He's
up.
just describing to you the difference between a producer and a beat maker.
Say that.
That's all.
Say that. You know what I mean? Once again, man, these sorts of things make me excited because like now I'm anticipating all that I know that's coming, and then seeing an opportunity where folks get together and iron sharpens iron. You know, it's gonna be hype, man. It's gonna be hype. Anything else we need to put out there for the people?
I think that's it, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Hey, go stream the project. Like, you know, let's run them numbers up.
Yes.
Eastshore Highway is out on all DSPs. Grand Nationxl, all DSPs. Man, you know, and I mean, these two guys, like, they got an extensive catalog on their own. You know what I mean? So I mean, just go spend a day with us and listen to all that good music, man.
No doubt. Yo, if people are trying to tap in with y'all, obviously we want to send them to home base, which is grandnationxl.com. But if people are trying to tap in with y'all individually, like what's the spot that they should check out? Like Instagram, Twitter.
IG, Twitter, at Mani Draper everywhere for me.
Yeah, same for me. IG, Twitter, Brookfield Duece on both. The Duece is spelled different on Twitter because I got hacked a while ago. But you know, neither here nor there. But I also want to say, you know, like all this stuff, like when we talk about the full circle stuff, for me, a lot of this stuff, doing Grand Nationxl radio, just, you know, being a part of Eastshore, Grand Nationxl, front page, like all of this stuff is like a super testament to the times that I was just trying to get accepted and get heard, and introducing myself to OG1 at the Blazer game. He didn't even know that I was Dame's cousin. And then he played my record during warm up, and Dame was like, "That's my cousin playing." And it wasn't because Damian hooked me up. It was because I just did the work myself, you know. And
that's dope.
And talking to you outside of X-Ray, eating Jack's chicken wings, you know, talking to Star Child, and Star being like, if you ain't dope, it ain't gonna work in Portland. You gotta be dope. You know what I mean? And, you know, rest in peace to Star Child. Shout out to Star Child. Like I owe you, Star Child, and OG1 like so much. And now Sharp, it's just like, for me, my story is centered around the DJ, you know, and I just want to make sure I said that because I just haven't had the chance to do it in front of both of y'all, where it's like multiple DJs in the same room, where I could say these people are very integral in my growth as a creative, and understanding that like hip hop ain't just a rapper, you know, it's more than that. It's bigger than that. And, you know, the roots of this start with the DJ. And it's just like, we have all individually got a lot of accolades, and it's like, I just texted him earlier, like, man, you the cheat code. Like, putting the DJ in the group is the cheat code, because it's like just being able to move your record in that room where rappers ain't really allowed in that room. When you try to get into that room, it's like, yeah, but you ain't really a DJ. You might be a rapper, but it's like, you ain't a DJ though, you know. And it's like, what you gonna do for me? Because I'm the plug, you know what I mean? But it's like, when another DJ is saying, this is my record, and it just so happens to have rappers on it, it's like, let me check it out, because it makes sense for the stage, because a DJ lives on the stage. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense because of the DJ, not because we rapping on it. It makes sense because of Sharp, you know? So for me, it's like, it was our job to not fuck it up. It was going to be tight. You know what I mean? So it was our job to not blow it, you know? And I think that whether we rapped on it or not, people will still move to it, because they do when he on stage doing his thing at the Warrior Games or any other party. So it's like, it was just our job to not mess up his reputation, being that this was his first joint, like full length. This is my first joint that I'm putting out. It's like, people can't say that, you know, my first joint was trash. You know what I mean? So like, just getting to a point where your first joint is something like this, it's like, we just got an obligation to not fuck it up, you know?
That's love, bro. That's love.
Super grateful for all four of y'all.
No,
I'm super grateful for these brothers. I can't express it enough. Like, all the time I'm like, wow, these guys got on my mute. Like they trusted me to, you know, to make this project what it was, and it came together, man. It was all of us, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, like they really like embrace me and let me do what I do, and you know, we all listened to each other, which was dope. It was like an easy process. It was almost too damn easy. Like it was like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, cool. Cool. All right, cool.
He was trying to not even scratch on the album. We had to tell him, nah.
No, I wanted to scratch on the album. No, I did want to do that. I just didn't know. I just wanted it to be tasteful. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I wanted it to make sense because people ain't used to scratching. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the thing about scratching now is like girls don't dance to that. You know what I mean? And or
they was dancing to Luke. Luke had scratches. They was dancing to that.
That's facts. But they
was scratching on Luke.
but or it's like the scratching is off beat. You know what I mean? Yeah. DJ get on the DJ get on the track and he can't keep the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but for me, I come from DJ Aladdin. Like if you hear a low profile record, that's my DNA. You know what I mean? Like that's where I come from. I come from DJ Premier building a hook from scratching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where I come from. And man, I like if my hooks don't sound like Premier's, like if I'm scratching hooks don't sound like Premier, I'm not doing a good job.
But that's I love the fact that you folks, I think that's what you did with this project, man, is you brought so many things back that I feel like we've lost when it comes to this art form of hip hop, right? Like you said, man.
That's probably one of the best compliments that I've gotten for this project, bro.
But I'm saying, I mean, but that's real. You know what I'm saying? People really get an opportunity to understand, like, this is the foundation. Like, this is the bar. Like, if you ain't doing this, what are you doing? Like, for real, what are you doing? That's what's up, man.
That's what's bar.
Up. Yo, D-Sharp, if people trying to connect with you on the like trying to follow your situation, where you at?
I'm at DJ D-Sharp everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. Clubhouse. Chatty House.
Oh my Lord, these dudes. Yo.
Black Women Empowerment House.
I'm just gonna leave
that. Sorry, ladies. I mean, it's real, man. It's crazy over there, man. I just want to tell the sisters we love y'all. Stand Word strong, up. Man. Y'all be on Clubhouse tripping.
Yo, chopping it up with Eastshore Highway. Look, man, I feel blessed to be able to be connected to such amazing artists, but then just like such solid individuals, such solid people, man, and grateful that you guys took the time out of your day, to bless the podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for doing this, man. Truly appreciate
Thank you, brother.
it. 100%.
Appreciate you, bro.
And you know, man,
podcast.
whatever platforms I have are yours, All you gotta do is reach out, say the word, man. We gonna make it happen for real.
Vice versa, brother.
Word up. Eastshore Highway, right here on the Klyph Notes podcast. Let me give my shout outs real quick, man. Big ups to Acapella Apparel for their continued support of the Klyph Notes podcast. Check out they just released some new winter gear. So check them out. Acapella, AKEPELE.com. Get you some fits, man. They got some new hoodies. I know they got some new sweats. The line is dope. I rock Acapella all of the time. So check them out. Once again, Acapella Apparel, AKEPELE.com. Check them out on social media, but definitely hit up the website and get your situation for the winter. And then, of course, the podcast wouldn't be nearly as good as it is, man, without the blessing of the homie Theory Has It for creating the official theme song for the Klyph Notes podcast. You can check out the Klyph Notes podcast everywhere you listen to your podcast: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. We on Audible, Google, or just go to klyphnotes.com. If you have comments or questions, you can check out the email, klyphnotes@gmail.com. If you want to contribute and, man, just help us make this thing happen, man, you can check out the Patreon DJ Klyph, and check out djklyph.com. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me, man. Spread the word until we have an opportunity to do this again. Y'all be blessed. Peace.